Hey everybody, we're back, and this is where we ended up last video, and I drew some lines on. We're gonna work on the head in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna round this hat and just start working on the head. You got to get this hat rounded first. And once again, I've told everybody that I was going to do this from start to finish. So it's going to take us a little while, but it'll be, you'll get a lot from it if you've never done this before. And I'm starting to round that hat there. So I'm going to do it on this side. You see that there, Peyton?
Yep.
All right. Then what I'm doing, I'm coming in here and bringing this cap towards my center line. And we want to round it as much as we can. Go ahead and we can kind of take these old lines off now. All right, now I've got to come in here and I'm going to make a V cut right across here. And we're going to start cutting back against this, lowering this brim a little bit. But actually, before I do that, I'm going to have to come in and take out wood from the bill of the hat right in here. So I'm going to take a, let's see, a number 7 gouge like this right here. And come in and start working that down to my forehead, like that. And you go in and just kind of arch that. Like that, right there. Yeah, let's see, we can go in and get an upsweep blade and kind of shave back against that to start our forehead. And we got the bill of the cap going in there. Now, we're going to have to flatten it from the top, and to do that, I like to come in, and there's my center line. I want to come in and start shaving this back and developing the bill of that cap. And we want to kind of arch it a little bit right in there. Like that, right there. Come in right here and start taking this down to the crown of our hat. You see that all right there, Peyton?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I need to go back to a straighter blade. Now, we got this right in here. I'm going to go ahead and shave this off a little bit. Get all my pencil lines off. Let's see here. And now when we got this in right here, I can start shaving the brim of this hat down just a little bit more. You don't want to take it too much. You don't want to break it off. Right in here. Like that right there. Let's come over here and do this side. And this is like an old ball cap, that's what this is. But I always like to do this bottom part first before you get down on the bottom. Before you do the top. Then you can come back in and kind of refine this area. Yeah, I think that'll work right there. Now, what we're going to do now, I'm going to establish the width of this face. So I'm going to come right in here where the sideburn is, and I'm going to tuck this in right there like that, and bring this right down to the bottom of my sideburn and my ear. Okay, I'm going to come around here and do the same on this side. I'm going to go up this way to the brim of my hat and come around the bottom of the sideburn and the ear. Now, what we got to do now, we got to come in and we've got to, this is a little broad over here. I'm going to round this area right in here a little bit more. It was just a little bit too wide right in there. And while I'm at it, I'm going to start forming the back of that neck also. We don't want no square looking piece in here. Okay, there's that. Now, what I would like to do is come in, make me a stop cut right through here, and I'm gonna recess and make that sideburn stand out a little bit more. And I'm gonna have the jaw area just a little bit wider. Let's see, I'm going to use this other little knife, my little up sweep, right in here. And I can come over and kind of work right in here underneath that sideburn and kind of tuck the jaw up underneath there. Like that right there. Now we got, this jaw is going to be a little bit wider than the temple area. I'm going to make my stop cut right along here. And one across here. And we're going to go in and put this, make that sideburn stand out just a little bit more than what it is. And we're going to tuck this in right in here, and also round some more on this jaw. Like that right there. And what I'm just forming the wedge where your face is going to be. I'll draw back in my lines. I'll keep my center line though. Yeah, that's where I'm looking to be. Now I'd like to go in and I'm going to make the division right here where this ear and the sideburn are separated. Like this right here. Same on this side here. And this is really still blocking this guy in. Making that stand out just a little bit more. Now we've got to come across right here. Well, let's do it right here in the back and put where the bottom of the cap is going to be. In the back. Like that right there. And we can come across here and do it right there like that. We want to come in and do the same on this side. And I'll go ahead and cut it in and show you. Like that right there. Now, we're going to have to go in where we made this cut and kind of tuck that sideburn up in the underneath that cap a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to round this a little bit. This right here, this little line, or high point, is going to where your cheek will be. All right, let's see. Let's do this over here. Tuck this in. Can you see that all right, Peyton?
Yep.
All right. Let's get in there and clean that up right in there. A little... Now I'm going to come in right here and start shaving, tapering this ear down a little bit toward the sideburn. Okay, now I'm going to come up under here with a stop cut across the bill of that cap, and I'm going to tuck that forehead up underneath the bill of the cap. Yeah, let's see. Let's go in back. Let's go back upstairs here and do this on the cap. Still a little bit thick right up in there. All right, now back in here, we want to come across with a stop cut there, one here, and one right here, and we want to start tucking this hair up underneath that hat to where it looks like it's coming out from underneath that hat. What we looking like on time there, Peyton?
Got about 10 minutes.
10 minutes will be okay. Yeah, he's starting to shape up. Let's put in a little bit more. I won't take those lines out yet. I'll leave them in there. But we can come down and drop his chin just a little bit more. And then right across here, we can start taking that sharp edge off. And I'm going to draw in the profile. Right in here is where the eye line will be. Right in here is the bottom of the nose. Now let's go in and we're going to put the profile in. We're going to come in and make a little wedge cut there. On across here. Now I said in the beginning this is going to look kind of like the old grumpy farmer that I did. See how the profile's coming in there? And we'll come in and cut on this side. Now he's a little bold right here. I'm going to go in and arch that a little bit more. And I will put my, I'm going to go in and put my center line back in. It's nice to have it just to keep you symmetrical. Now let's go in down below and start putting in where the nose, bottom of the nose will be. Like this. And there's the profile. That's looking pretty good where I want it to be. Now I'm gonna arch these back up, this nose up a little bit more, like that right there. That's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to draw the lines on this for the width of the bottom of the nose up to the inside corner. And I'm doing this because I'm taking this little upsweep knife and coming in and I'm scooping out this area right in here, developing the bridge of my nose, my cheek area, and where my eye line will be. Right in there is where the bridge of the nose will be, cheek area here. All right, and I'm going to come in and do the same on this side here. I stay in that line and work over up to my eye line and over to my cheek area. And that's got me a nose formed in there somewhat. And I'm going to extend this over just a little bit more. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in and we're going to put where the wing of the nose will be. Oh, can you see that, Peyton?
Yep.
All right, what are we looking at on time right now? How many minutes we got right now? Do you know?
We got about 5 minutes.
5 more minutes, okay. Well, we're just going to be working on the head The head's going to take a little bit longer, but it's worth it when you get it in. I'm going to come down to the wing of the nose, right in here, over with my V-tool, and down, like that. Same on this side. Start right here at the wing of the nose. Come over and down. Now we'll come in with the stop cut along that expression line. And first of all, we're going to come in and we got to put a stop cut there and one right here. And that's going to make that nose stand out, or the wing of the nose stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to come over and do it on this side. Go in like this. One right here. And cut back against my stop cut. And develop that nose. Then we can come join it across this way. Now, then I'm going to come in and make me a stop cut right down here and put me more of my expression line in. Like that, right in there. Yeah, he's looking the way I need him to look. Now let's do it the same on this side here. Come in and then up to that area. And we really want to form that mouth barrel in there. He's looking pretty good now. And I keep on rounding this area in here to form that neck. Now I'm going to take this pencil line off. What are we looking at on time here, Peyton?
You got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we may go over a little bit. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I need to. This is a little bit, still a little bit thick right up in this area here. So I'm going to take my knife and thin that just a little bit more. And develop that bridge of that nose somewhat. Now, before we finish up, I'm going to come in here and show you where the brow line it'll be. I just ask you don't get bored with me because it's when you're doing it, everything on camera, it's going to take a little bit longer for me to do. But it's well worth the watching. All right, right in here is my eye sockets. Right in here is going to be the old grumpy mouth. Well, let me get a better pencil. That's not... How many we're about there now, Peyton?
Yep.
Okay, just let me get this on. All right, on the next video, we'll make these eye sockets, put the mouth in, finish the face, work on this hair and the neck and the ears. One more thing before we get off. I'm going to do this real quick. The ears right here are a little blocky, so I'm going to bring these, I'm going to taper them down this way so they don't look as blocky. Like that right there. And I'll do it on this side. Because when we formed this, this ear was a block. It was just a rectangle block. And now I'm putting some taper to it. Yeah, that looks better there. But anyway, we'll get that face finished up, and then we'll probably get work on these arms. And like I said from last week, we're going to kind of work here and then focus all the way down. And okay, guys, with that, happy carving to everyone, and we'll see you later. Bye.